Do you know the real ISFJ? Most people think they've got this personality type pegged as the caregiver, the soft-spoken helper who always remembers everyone's birthday and makes sure the group chat doesn't fall apart. But what if that image is only a sliver of who they truly are? What if beneath that gentle presence is a mind that's sharper, more strategic, more perceptive, and far more complex than anyone realizes? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden inner world of the ISFJ, the quiet guardian whose strength is often underestimated, misunderstood, or completely overlooked. And by the end of this video, you might walk away seeing this type in a way you never have before. The truth is, ISFJs aren't just nice people. They aren't just the ones who make sure everyone feels comfortable or who show up early and stay late to help clean up. Their personality is built on an intricate combination of memory, observation, loyalty, cautious decision-making, and a surprising kind of strength that most people miss because it isn't loud or dramatic. Their power is subtle. It sits beneath the surface. And unless you spend enough time with an ISFJ, or become someone they truly trust, you won't see how much depth they actually carry. One of the biggest myths about ISFJs is that they're passive or overly accommodating. It's easy to misread their calm demeanor as a lack of opinion or assertiveness. But the reality is that ISFJs are constantly processing, analyzing, and evaluating their environment. Their minds collect details like a camera taking thousands of high-resolution images. They notice everything: shifts in tone, changes in someone's routine, the micro-expressions that flicker across someone's face before they mask their emotions. The ISFJ mind is built like a library, filled with categorized memories, sensory impressions, and emotional cues. When you speak to them, they're not just listening, they're understanding you in ways you didn't even intend to reveal. Their practicality isn't about being boring or linear. It's about having a grounded, reliable internal system that filters out unnecessary noise. While some personality types chase possibilities or theoretical futures, the ISFJ operates from a place of stability. They look at what is real, what is proven, what is trustworthy. Their decisions aren't impulsive, they're measured. They think deeply about consequences. They consider the ripple effects. And even though many people assume ISFJs act purely out of kindness, the truth is they act out of conviction. They don't help because they feel obligated, they help because it aligns with their values and their sense of responsibility to the people they care about. One thing you'll notice when you get close to an ISFJ is how quickly they build consistency into your life. It's almost effortless for them. They become the person you can count on, not because they're trying to impress you, but because their inner wiring is built around reliability. ISFJs hate letting people down. They hate being the weak link. They'd rather shoulder the weight themselves than risk something falling apart. And while this can lead to burnout, especially when others take them for granted, it also creates the kind of quiet strength that people often lean on without even realizing it. But what people rarely see is the amount of thought happening behind that strong exterior. ISFJs are silent processors. They don't talk through every idea in their head. They don't brainstorm out loud. Where other personalities speak first and think later, ISFJs do the opposite. They reflect. They observe. They analyze every angle before speaking up. And when they finally do share their thoughts, they tend to be surprisingly articulate, insightful, and grounded. Their words aren't random, they're the result of careful consideration. This silent processing power is one of the most misunderstood aspects of the ISFJ personality. People assume that because they're not constantly vocalizing their opinions, they don't have any. But ISFJs actually have very strong opinions, often stronger than they let on. They simply don't feel the need to assert themselves unless it truly matters. Their approach to communication isn't about dominance, it's about intentionality. They choose their moments carefully, and when they speak, it carries weight. Now let's talk about something most people completely miss. The ISFJ's emotional intelligence is different from what you might expect. Yes, they're compassionate. Yes, they're sensitive to the needs of others. But their empathy isn't loud or dramatic. It's precise. It's targeted. It's controlled. ISFJs don't get swept away by their emotions. They manage them internally while staying present and grounded. This gives them a calm, stabilizing energy that people instinctively trust. When an ISFJ cares about you, they show it through actions, consistency, and presence. They remember what you like. They notice what stresses you out. They bring solutions before you even realize you have a problem. They anticipate needs without being asked. They don't need applause, validation, or public recognition for their efforts. Their satisfaction comes from knowing they've made life a little easier for someone they care about. But make no mistake, their emotional world is deep, and their loyalty runs far deeper than most people realize. Beneath all of this, ISFJs carry a strong internal identity built on tradition, memory, and personal values. They hold on to lessons from the past, not because they're stuck in old patterns, but because they know that history, whether personal or collective, contains wisdom that shouldn't be ignored. They draw from previous experiences to navigate new situations, making them incredibly steady in crises. When everyone else panics, the ISFJ stays calm. They rely on patterns, logic, and practical solutions. They don't need attention or recognition in those moments, they just act. But here's the part that people often misunderstand. ISFJs can be fiercely protective. Their gentle demeanor hides a strong inner guard dog, especially when someone threatens a person they love. They might be quiet, but they are not passive. When pushed too far, ISFJs have a line, and crossing it can lead to an unexpectedly sharp reaction. They don't explode often, but when they do, it's because their boundaries were ignored repeatedly. And once an ISFJ decides they're done, it's incredibly hard to win them back. Their loyalty is powerful, but their finality is just as strong. Despite their deep loyalty, ISFJs rarely show their full emotional world to others. They internalize much of their stress, often trying to solve problems silently without burdening anyone. This can make them seem like they're handling everything well, even when they're overwhelmed. They don't want to be seen as weak or incapable. They prefer being the steady presence rather than the person who needs rescuing. But in reality, they carry massive emotional weight that they rarely share with others. Relationships with ISFJs are one of the most rewarding experiences for those lucky enough to earn their trust. They love deeply, but quietly. Their affection comes through care, reliability, and presence rather than big romantic gestures. They aren't interested in superficial games or short-term flings. They want real connection, built slowly and intentionally. And once they commit, they are all in. They will remember the small things you say. They will support your dreams even when you doubt them. They will show up consistently. They will love you in a way that feels grounding, safe, and real. At the same time, ISFJs need reassurance, even though they rarely ask for it. They need to know their efforts matter. They need to know their loyalty is appreciated. They need to feel emotionally safe before they open up fully. They won't say this out loud, but it's there, quietly tucked inside their heart. When an ISFJ feels unappreciated, taken for granted, or undervalued, it cuts deeper than people realize. Their self-worth is often tied to the impact they make on the people they love. Because of this, ISFJs can struggle with setting boundaries. They want to help. They want to be dependable. And sometimes that desire becomes a weakness, attracting people who use their kindness without giving anything back. When this happens, the ISFJ may stay silent for a long time before finally withdrawing, but once they step back, their absence is unmistakable. They don't half leave, they disappear completely. Despite these internal challenges, the ISFJ's strength lies in their quiet determination. They don't quit when things get hard. They don't abandon their responsibilities. They don't crumble under pressure. Their inner resilience is built on a lifetime of overcoming personal struggles silently. Their courage shows up in everyday actions, waking up early to support others, doing the difficult tasks no one else wants to do, showing kindness even when they're drained, and choosing consistency over chaos. What makes ISFJs so unique is their ability to embrace both practicality and emotion without letting either take over. They don't become overly logical or overly emotional. They live in a balanced space where they can understand feelings while also handling real-world responsibilities. This makes them invaluable in relationships, friendships, workplaces, and families. They bring harmony without forcing it. They bring order without controlling others. They bring care without expecting congratulations. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of the ISFJ personality is their hidden inner world. This world is rich, colorful, and filled with imagination. ISFJs often have creative hobbies, vivid memories, deep nostalgia, and a passion for storytelling, art, or personal rituals. Their creativity isn't loud or attention-seeking, it's personal. It's meaningful. It's theirs. They create because it gives them inner peace, not because they want the world to applaud them. As we peel back the layers of who ISFJs truly are, one thing becomes clear: this personality type is far more than the simplistic, nurturer label people give them. They are guardians, stabilizers, protectors, memory keepers, emotional anchors, practical thinkers, quiet strategists, and deeply loyal companions. Their strength shows up in the moments no one else notices. Their depth reveals itself slowly, only to those patient enough to look beyond the surface. So the next time someone tells you that ISFJs are simple, predictable, or just nice, you'll know better. You'll know that behind that calm exterior is a layered personality shaped by reflection, loyalty, resilience, and silent intelligence. And if you're lucky enough to have an ISFJ in your life, take a moment to appreciate how rare that combination truly is. Because while their presence may be quiet, their impact is unforgettable.